What has happened? I was talking about Fender. As you may know, and if you don't know, so I'm just going to do a quick review. In March 2026, Fender's legal team quietly won a major copyright ruling in Dusseldorf, Germany. The court declared that the iconic Stratocaster body shape is a protected original creative work of applied art. But this ruling was because the company that they were actually suing or getting into the courthouse didn't show up, so they won by default. Not like they fought the case or presented any evidence. Nobody fought them against it. So they sent cease and desist, Fender did, to different companies who has been using the Stratocaster body. And the ones who got hit was high-end boutiques, builders like LSL, Suhr, Tom Anderson, Tyler, and even PRS, Silver Sky, anyone? Most of the guitar online are against it. After that, Fender CEO was doing a meeting trying to do some damage control. He said Fender's not suing anybody. He trying to frame the letters as an active negotiation phase, protect Leo Fender's legacy. It was only for Europe, not USA. However, the companies that, the builders, the companies that make instruments, I believe it's like 30 or 40% of their market comes from Europe. So it's hurting their business either way. They cannot send those letters to U.S. builders, at least in the USA, like the ones that are selling in the USA. So it's not because they don't want to, it's because they can't. That doesn't make them better for just doing it in Europe. The meeting, it just looked like a lot of corporate jargon, a lot of trying to diminish the impact that they have by sending these letters, the hurt they can cause on the market, on these other builders. Remember, the Stratocaster body has been around, I believe it's like 70 years already. Even if Leo Fender did a patent back then, that will be expired by now. They let a whole industry run on this shape. And then they can do some variations, here and there. But mostly you let that happen throughout 70 years. And now you're going to say, no, you got to cease and desist. You got to stop. I'm not allowing this anymore. They have been going from backlash to backlash. Thomann, the biggest retailer of musical instruments in Europe, perhaps the world, I don't know about that, but I know it's the biggest in Europe, has sued Fender because of the cease and desist letters. And they have a brand called the Harley Benton, which is the brand of it's like their store brand. So Harley Benton, it's very popular among like players who are looking for bang for the buck, who don't care about names on the headstock. I've never tried one. I hear nothing but good things about them. They had a product very similar, an S-style guitar. So they were hit with this cease and desist as well. If they were to just roll over and let Fender push him around with these cease and desist letters, it becomes a logistical nightmare for them. Not only you have to move product, you have to pay to destroy the product, to get rid of it. I mean, plus all the money that you paid already to make the product, to transport the product. So it ends up being a terrible, loss for all these companies, including Thomann. Thomann, being a big company as well, said that they're going to sue Fender. They want to sort this thing in court for once and for all. They can either use it or don't want to hear about Fender anymore, threatening them. And they come out as heroes in the story, because they even mention, even if it's just all corporate and trying to sound good and get some good PR out of the thing, they still come out as the good guy here, because they said they're defending the other builders, stores, small businesses like they used to be in the 50s, because they've been around since the 50s, by they taking the charge against the Fender. Thomann's legal arguments, it's simple. The Stratocaster shape isn't a copyrightable work of art. It's a design, it's a piece of industrial ergonomics that the entire music industry has built upon for generations. They are taking Fender to court to legally strip them of the EU ruling. What could happen? Either they win and things are pretty much going to be the way we've been doing. If Fender wins, that will be interesting. Hit on the economy of these builders, probably raising prices of these companies to make up for all the loss of product. Maybe they can come up with an agreement, like please let us sell whatever we have, and then we will stop building S-type guitars. I'm pretty sure Fender will be open to some sort of compensation in the form of maybe like a license deal. Looks like the Gibson CEO quit. Supposedly he's not quitting the company, but he's moving into a strategic advisor role. Ann Rojosi, who is Gibson Chief Commercial Officer and former executive at Levi's and Nike, is taking over as interim CEO. I remember a time that people just didn't even want to use Gibson guitars. They were talking like the quality had gone down. I did saw some of the faded models, the beginner ones, the first ones. I had one, the SG. That guitar wasn't right. That guitar had like issues in the neck. Like you could tell, like the binding was off. It was supposed to be a very cheap guitar for Gibson, for Gibson standards. I remember that guitar, and we're talking about maybe 20 years ago. Damn, I'm old. So that guitar was like $600 or $580, something like that, about 20 years ago. So what are your thoughts? If you want to leave any comments on what's been going on in the music industry. If you want to leave a like or subscribe, that will help the channel greatly.